Hi, I'm David. I own and operate Country Whatnot Gardens here outside of Rochester, Indiana, which is about an hour south of the Michigan state line. I grow 25 different species and varieties of bamboo, and today we're going to be looking at the winter damage post the big event back on, I believe it was January the 15th. We're now into February, and I've been wanting to do winter updates, and I've been having to wait because we had a big rain system that was moving through forever. We got absolutely deluged with rain, and as long as you're having rain coming in, you can't see the winter damage really, because that rain is causing those leaves to open back out that were dried immediately following the wind burn. And right behind me, we have Phyllostachys parvifolia. And here you can see a classic example of winter desiccation. The leaves are curled up super tight. They initially do this to help reduce surface area that's available. That one just came right off. To help reduce surface area through which water is evaporated and lost out. But these are looking pretty toasty, pretty curled, pretty dried, very desiccated. Over here on the other side of the grove, that side there was pretty much the side that was taking the brunt of all the wind. If we come over here, if I can keep the sun off of my lens here, we can see that there is a few leaves here and there, right here, that appear so far to be nearly undamaged or lesser so. Right there is, let's see, here's another one. But if we look closely at some of the leaves, I don't know if I can find an example right offhand, maybe on one of the other sides of the grove. Some of the leaves that initially look like they're maybe going to be okay still show signs of tissue damage, in that they are off-colored or splotchy. I don't know if I can show. See, it's very dull. It's a dull colored leaf. Some of them are splotched yellow. See, even in here in the interior part of the grove, where there's kind of a little nook that I can get up in, the leaves are still looking pretty crisp. Let's see, here's over here again. I don't know if I'm getting my camera aimed right or not, but right there is another leaf that's maybe not too bad. But overall, it's looking pretty crispy. Now, it's too soon to know yet if the culms are top killed or if the foliage is just wind burnt. If I go up here to some of the new plants, one of them up here that was just set in this last fall, right here, you can see there's some foliage there that doesn't look too bad. Question is it really as maybe undamaged as it perhaps looks, or is it just late in turning? Because you can see here the tip of this leaf. I don't know if I can actually get that on camera for all the other stuff in the way. There's a leaf, okay, right there, right in my thumb. There's a leaf that is curled at the end of itself there, and it is a little splotchy. So the fact that there are a few leaves that aren't completely curled yet, it might be promising. Time will tell. It could be that maybe they have tissue damage, but maybe the culm is okay and still able to get water up through its capillary system to the leaf, through the petiole there. But time will tell, because as with pretty much all cellulose fiber, wood fiber, it takes a while to dry out even after it's dead. Just like cutting down a tree, it's going to be green wood for quite some time. And likewise with potentially top-killed bamboo, it will take a long while to dry out, much more longer than the foliage does. So the fact that there's still a few leaves here and there is promising. This culm could potentially bud out in the spring if it's not too damaged, if it doesn't have too much tissue damage to it. But the wind is really what was the worst, because anytime you have wind with sub-zero temperatures, no matter how cold hardy the bamboo is, except for maybe something like the Macon clone of our native species that's a little bit more cold hardy, any of the Asian Phyllostachys species really aren't going to take wind with sub-zero temperatures. Yeah, they can be cold hardy for a short period to -10, maybe even some of them -20 Fahrenheit for a short time, but not with wind. That wind desiccates them pretty quickly. So over the next coming days, I'll be taking a look at more of the groves and doing species by species evaluation of how they look, how damaged they are, and also taking into account of where those species are sited at as far as shelter, windbreak, and so forth. So anyway, stay tuned, and there'll be more winter damage reports come up. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And if you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I'd appreciate it. And thank you for stopping by. Take care.